The temple bell silenced her lips, shook her body. The left side was the only one affected, repeatedly saying Getty, Getty. But knowing this, in the end, she laughed and trembled, saying Woin Mekti. Even in death, you won't scream, and started laughing uncontrollably. If she died only from the bell, Meigs was dead. If she returned after death, Meigs had taken half the path. She reassured herself that it was a joke, but her face was covered with bruises. He was still laughing, saying your heart is broken, and Getty, laughing, said, if you are going to be like this, don't joke like this. Meigs picked up her bag and left before breakfast arrived. He said, if breakfast is left, I will wear it and we will be together. But she didn't hear and, overwhelmed by her anger, she trampled the ground and left in the dark. Then Buhala called her many times, but she was not willing to talk. In the end, as she changed and seemed not to rise, he called with wine, asking, what did you do to your child? She laughed and asked, is it today that you took your virginity? Getty laughed and said, I stayed because of the joke you made, she said. If I hadn't been hurt, it would have been a memory. She accepted the joke and laughed, saying, if you joke like this, I will be sick, he said. My wine is a remedy. But she said, I haven't even picked up the phone, she said. Mariam will connect me. And she said, my Getty is still out there, calling me now. I have to go to the library, otherwise, since Burhan and Sada are there. Call one of them, she said. He replied and called Sada, asking her to connect her, but Meigs didn't answer. She said, Burhan is my starting point, and accepted the call. What do you want? She asked. Getty said, Mekti, God will punish you like this, she said. Sorry, forgive me. And Buhala apologized to her. She said, always a place to meet and watch over. She said it's surprising that after Getty and Meigs became lovers, many women asked Getty for love, especially the student named Adara, who was released. Today, she went to the resting place where Meigs was waiting, sat beside her, and because she was upset, Zorb said nothing. She sat quietly, and she said, Getty is peace, and he said, God bless you, she said. Sorry, I know you are guarding Meigs, but I am very upset because of you. Getty said, I am sorry, and she said, yes, and held his hand. Meigs saw them face to face, and stood as if she saw them. Getty slowly held himself, then twisted his body, sat down trembling, and even though he was hurt, he called her hands, crying. The darkness deepened, and Meigs, struggling to get up, sat beside him, awake, or was it an old love? Meigs was again troubled. What does it mean? She asked. He said, how can I endure it? I am healthy, but I failed you. I hurt you, she said. The child who was there fell, but she struggled and left in the dark. So, is this love? Mekti said, if you forgive me, it won't be lost. You are exactly like me, my full identity, my mother. You are different. I mean ... double quotes. She clenched her fists and stared, continuing ... among the poor. I am one. I don't know how to thank the Creator who gave you, she said, deeply bowing her head ... Meigs and Getty. I am lucky to be yours, and again, don't joke like this. I am afraid of my illness, she said. He also said, don't joke like this, and swore by the Creator's name. They said this and passed other months, since they were being tested, now they are mostly studying. But Getty is very hopeful to fulfill his dream. He is working hard and learning. Today, again, he went to the forest where he always prays with Meigs. After finishing their studies, Getty lay on Meigs' foot, staring at her eyes, knowing how she loved him. She asked, what is it? She said, the day I will marry you, and now, it is almost half a year since you left. She said, why did you leave, my Getty? Meigs said, to see my happiness, to show me my world. You have learned and grown, she said, so, why didn't you leave to show me? Meigs said, I am in a hurry, and he said, my world is also yours, but she said, what is my gift? She said, I will carry the red flower of the country and give it to you, she said, enough, and said, if I can, the red scarf will make you happy. Getty said, stop, your thoughts are enough for me. My mother also said, this year, when you marry, I will bless you in front of all the people on my mountain. Accept me as your mother, and be the ruler of your love. I will serve you and take care of your age and time, she said. Today, Meigs is on the way, longing for the day of Getty's wedding proposal, filled with joy in her heart.